Ladies and gentlemen of Vorail, my Vorail experience has been great. I love this community, and it truly is an experience that you make for yourself. You go in, you can remove people that you have either conflict or nothing in common with, or how they just get on your nerves. And you can listen to whatever you want to listen to. You can reach out and make friends. This is truly a very good and positive experience if you choose it to be. When you look for good things, you will find them no matter where you are. That applies to this app. If you look for negative and sourpuss things, you will find them on this app and outside of this app. And guess what? It's free. It's totally 100%. No strings attached. Free. Is it perfect? No. But perfection is not possible in the human existence. I myself really enjoy coming on here every day. Some days are very interesting, some days aren't. Has anyone else been able to share the same as I have? Because I don't believe it could only be me. One of my favorite expressions in life when it comes to whether being optimistic, pessimistic, positive, negative, is when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And right now, I'm kind of watching a soap opera unfold, and I know the outcome, because history always seems to repeat itself. And there's a few out here who know what I'm saying. There's many who don't. But I'm kind of in a catch-22. But, like I said, my Vorail experience can't be the oddball. If you're looking at the app and saying, oh, this app is terrible, the community's terrible, it's whatever, well, you can change that. You can make it whatever you want it to be. But just a little thought I had in my head, and I thought I'd share it. The people who I talk to, I really enjoy talking to. The people I haven't talked to yet, I will probably wind up talking to at some point. Feel free to answer any question that you want to ask. There's someone here that asks some really good questions, and I really like them. I follow them. And there's some that don't, and that's okay, because just because I don't get an interest out of it don't mean someone else isn't. This app has a lot to offer. Tech, I mean, no matter what's going on in your life, especially blind, there's someone else out here that has had that experience. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be about blindness. It can be about loss of a loved one, a problem with a certain company or a product, or it doesn't matter. It's wide open. It's so easy to use. This app is so easy to use. There's no special training. It's just, I feel very thankful for this app, and I feel very thankful for all of the community, whether we get along or not. It's all about variety. But just a few thoughts I had. Hope everyone has a great night.
I totally agree with you about the app. I absolutely love it, and I think more people need to know about it. My feeling is that it's not widely advertised, really. People seem to stumble across it. In a way, that makes things more exciting because you're getting introduced to people you wouldn't normally speak to. So that could be a good thing. It makes me wonder, should we be advertising the fact that this is a good app? Should we just keep stumbling across it, as it were? I mean, there's a thing where blind people these days are capable of finding things out for themselves, but does that necessarily mean this app? I'm not too sure, but it would be great for more people to be involved. I like that thing you said about looking around. That echoes the sentiment of me and most blind people. Oh yeah, you said it about looking for change or something. I can't remember everything you said. It was a long post, that one. I'm a bit bad for putting long posts on here myself, and I'm often up late because some of the conversations are just so interesting and diverse that you just cannot put this thing down. Part of the reason I got into this app myself was because that sharing option was available for Facebook users, so I found it through a Facebook friend. Because you see, when you post a question, it asks you whether you want to view the share menu, and obviously one of my friends had done that. If it hadn't been for one of my friends actually saying yes to kind of sharing the thing on Facebook, I wouldn't have even known about it. So let's have more people. Let's just keep this thing going. I don't care what people talk about. If people want to say something negative, then I'll just ignore it. Also, I think that Facebook is the place for things that might not be appropriate for here. I won't say what they are because I'll end up being in deep trouble. But I think I am going to keep talking on this thing because I cannot get enough of it. I love it to bits.
Hey, Tim, TB65. Yeah, I love Vorail. It's cool, man. It gives me the opportunity to make new friends and to share my guitar playing, and also to share it outside of the app on Twitter / Facebook or whatever. So it gives me an opportunity to, do that. And, it's all cool. I think Vorail is a very awesome app. I mean, there are some parts of it I don't like. There are some people I may disagree with or, have problems with, but very seldom does that happen. I think Vorail has more good than bad to offer. As does anything in life. So I think my Vorail experience has been pretty positive. Very few negatives, which is great.
Hey Tim, I beg to differ on the point that when you say it's not perfect, because to me, Vorail is to me it's perfect in the sense that it is a perfect social experience and social experiment both. As you said, it's free. It's not moderated, and we have full control over how we want our experience to be. Like how much more perfect do we want it to be? It doesn't even bog you down with pointless advertisements, like many other free apps would do. Uh, does it have glitches? Maybe, yeah. It does definitely like no. I would say the program the program inside of it is not yet perfect because, as Tom R said, it's not done yet. New app, a relatively young app, and for something like this to be this stable, and I think we all have to admit we do get very consistent update. Although some of those updates I kind of have went, what the hell? Why did we need to update for this? But no, that's just me. No, there are some features that I don't like, but then I just don't use them. To me, this is as perfect as it gets as far as social experience and social experiment goes. We get to see clearly how a society, how human society on a very small scale work. In a sense, we're seeing a communal society that is not moderated, that is completely ruled by public justice, by everyone's own sense of right or wrong. And to me, that is what makes Vorail really wonderful. And for people who say that Vorail is, it sucks or whatever, I feel sorry for them somewhat because obviously they have not sit down, listened to a song by Stephen Anthony. Obviously they have not sat down, listened to a song by Terry Mack. Obviously they have not sit down and have a good chuckle over the kind of things that Lock T put up sometimes. I mean, some of his stuff I don't listen to, but a lot of his stuff really make me laugh. Obviously, they have not had experienced the how hilarious the Darth Marlin's Vorail News was. There are so many gems on Vorail that I have, in many times, I listen to something and after I stop laughing or after I stop thinking, because of how thought provoking the thread might have been, and I say to myself, this is what makes the whole thing worthwhile. If nothing else, this one post alone would make my time on Vorail worth it. And there has been so many of those that, no, to be fair, I just can't see how someone can say there's nothing good on Vorail. I really can't. Uh, you know, yes, you don't get good stuff every day. The things you don't like outweighs the things you like. That probably always will be the case because that is what makes the things you like so uh, treasurable, so pleasurable. Uh, if you have more good in your life than bad, then when a good happens, the good is not quite as enjoyable as if you go through a life with mostly, uh, you know, plain, boring, or if not boring, very static existence, and suddenly something good happens, then that something good become almost magical. And that is how I look at Vorail. Yes, you're going to wade through a lot of things that just kind of, yeah, whatever, okay, not interested. Ooh, this one's really awesome, and it's almost like the thrill of the hunt as well for me that makes it really a lot of fun.
Hey there, Tim, what's going on? I'm glad somebody said it also because I've been saying this for months. Whenever I've heard people voice concerns about the app and really complain about it, and the complaints have merit, but also, as you said, you can make this app your own, and you really, really can. And I think there's still enough good content on here, enough good material where you can separate the wheat from the chaff. That's my favorite phrase. that's it in a nutshell. You separate the wheat from the chaff and go on with life. So I'm glad that somebody has voiced what I've thought.
Well said. Good for you. I couldn't agree more. Thank you.
Single finger double tap to stop. Button.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, Johnny, that was exactly it. When I referred to it, is it perfect? No. Was about the glitches, and that's why I put in there it's free. Because some people look for negatives, and that's what they dwell on, and that's why I threw in the when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And I think one of the reasons why I have so much appreciation for this is I've had a great support system my whole life. I mean, I'm 51 years old, and I have some friends that I had when I was in junior high school. We don't talk every day, we don't even talk every month, but if one of us is in need, we know we could count on each other. And I have a close family. I have a great relationship with a great woman, and we support each other. But when I first went blind, I was single, I was alone. It was 1990. This just wasn't even available. I never even dreamed anything like this could be available. So even though I had friends to help me along, none of those friends really knew what I was going through. I mean, you can imagine what someone's gone through when they go blind, but you don't know. And with this app, I mean, this is a great support system. Um, you know, I can tell you, I'm the same person off of here that I am on here. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. I mean, I can mess some stuff up, but I think I get more right than I get wrong. And the the thing is I try to reach out to people, mostly privately, and, and give people support that wasn't there for me when I was really all alone in my situation. And I think you're one of those people that would. I think Eddie is. I think everyone who's replied to this gets it. I think they all would do the same as I'm doing. It's like I believe that the energy that you project out into the world is the energy that you receive back. And I just have such a great appreciation for this that I try not to get caught up in negative. I do because I'm human, but it's not being negative isn't who I am. I can go through negative experiences, yes, absolutely, but there's something on here for everyone, whether it's entertainment, whatever you like. You like tech, it's there. You like whatever it is, it's there. Someone on here has been through it. Someone on here knows something about it. Excuse me. Um, and I haven't placed a whole lot of questions because, like I said, I had a stroke back in January, and a lot of you know that. And I've healed 100% physically, 100%. I have everything back that I lost. And the one thing that I struggled with the most was being able to retrieve words right out of my own brain. And I would almost not get lost in my conversation, but I couldn't retrieve the right word. I'd use a substitute word, and so I still do a little bit, but I'm about 95%. And this app has helped me with that because when I first got it back in February or March, whenever it was, I didn't reply. I'd hear questions and I'd answer them to myself. I mean, I had conversations here between me and my girl, but they were pretty limited to where Vorail opened up multiple things that I could answer to myself. and it's helped me along. This app has helped me incredibly, more than people realize. And I do try to reach out and help people, and sometimes I have to tell them, listen, I don't have a dog in this race. Whatever advice I give you is, it's like I don't have anything to lose or gain from it. So, I do it to try to give back. I've had a great experience. The one thing I can't get over, though, is I'm so friggin' long winded. But anyway, thank you, everybody, so far. I really appreciate it.
I completely agree with TB65's points about Vorail, because my experience has been very similar, if not exactly the same. You do make what you want to make out of Vorail. People come and go, I've noticed, and how is that really any different from your own personal experiences? You have people come into your life, they come and go. What is so great about this platform, this social platform, is the manner in which you can come into Vorail and have discussions, debates, or just frivolous conversation about topics that don't really mean anything. And you have other people who are of like mind who want to talk about these same topics, and you will find a mixed bag on Vorail. I mean, there are topics I have zero interest in. There are others which do grab my attention and grab my interest, and make me feel compelled to offer my own viewpoints or opinions or knowledge. And then there are people who I feel like I can interact with in a civil way. And there are people who I feel like I would not be able to have any kind of civil discourse. And for those people, I mean, I don't have to listen to their posts. I mute very rarely on here. I think if I was to look at my mute bin right now, I think I only have like 2 people maybe who I've muted. But outside of those 2, I mean, my compulsion to mute people, even the desire to do so, I mean, just doesn't really happen for me, because it's just so easy to skip on to the next post. I don't have to listen to these people if I don't want. If I've already gotten an idea of the kind of personality they are, I don't have to. And I don't feel a need to always put in my 2 cents on something. I kind of follow the old adage of pick your battles. It's the way I see it. There's no need to get into some sort of combative discussion on every topic. It's not necessary. It's not good for your blood pressure, I would say. Anyhow, I think Vorail's great. It's a lively community. There is diversity on here, which I like. It's not people of all one persuasion or one point of view. There's plenty of viewpoints on here. There's a lot of people from many different backgrounds, and sometimes it can get kind of dull. That's all right. You just wait a while and things will change up. It wasn't about a week ago or 2 that people were bringing up that it was boring around here on Vorail, and things change on a dime. And while you don't always have to participate in all of the things that pop up, it's sometimes it's interesting just to sit and listen. So I completely agree with your view.
Good evening, everybody. Well, I think Vorail's fantastic. I've been on it for a few months now, and I enjoy listening to people, talking to people. I enjoy the experience of, you know, helping other people if you can, just for listening to them. I think that's really important. I like to listen to the music that everybody's so talented by playing the guitar or whatever kind of music that they play and listening to them to sing. They make you laugh and cry, and it's like, wow, it's like, this is awesome. And I listen to it every day now. Like this, I like getting on it several times a day. It's a good community, and it's a shame that people complain about it. You know, if you complain, then try to fix it. You know, try to come out and say something and say what you want to say, and we could answer you back. You know, there's so many people that I've known in the Vorail community now that, my goodness, I talk to them more than my family now, and that makes me feel good. You know, because we all know what we're all going through if we're vision impaired or blind or whatever. So I think that's the most important thing, is knowing that I'm not alone. You know, for a while before I got into this app, I always felt alone. It was just, wow. You know, and now I listen to people and I enjoy what they say. Sometimes I'll say something, and if it's trying to make someone's day is the most important thing to me, and this is what this app does, makes all our days. You know, and the people on it are angels from heaven. That's the way I see it, because we all have different personalities, and we all enjoy life, and we all make everybody happy or sad. Depends. But it's a good app, and I like it very, very much. And I like the people's attitudes on here, you know.